This house is kind of a little bit strange. It kind of feels like maybe this family are in the middle of renovating an older house. Hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah and welcome to another Sims 4 alphabet build challenge because I suck at building in The Sims 4, so I make silly builds on purpose, and in this series I build houses in the shapes of different letters of the alphabet and use build and buy options whose titles also start with the same letter that I am building with. Today we are up to the letter T, and I was excited for this one. I was excited for the shape to be a little bit easier to work with for the letter T, and also really hopeful that I was going to have some really cute options. So with that being said, let's jump into The Sims 4 so I can show you the building that we're working with today. So this is the shape of the letter T. Super easy to build, just two big long boxes essentially, and roofing again, super easy to build, thankfully, very nice. So let's get down and have a look at the floor plan. Now, the floor plan mostly stays like this, it's just the room at the bottom doesn't stay that way. Originally, I was thinking that the room at the bottom of the letter T was going to be like an entryway, but at this point, I didn't know what furniture we had on offer for the letter T, so I end up taking down the wall that's there between what was supposed to be the entryway and the room above, and making that one big entryway and lounge room kind of thing. It's like the lounge was just going to be the easiest way because we didn't have a lot of furniture that I felt I could have really used in an entryway. So then above what becomes the lounge room, that room is the kitchen, and then we've got the top of the letter T. On either side, the rooms at the top of the letter T are bedrooms, and then in the middle we've got two bathrooms as well. So with that being said, let's get into the speed build. So you'll see I already have the wallpaper, the flooring in place. I'm just putting like windows and doors in. I had a lot of options for windows and doors, and I had a lot of options to create specific vibes, which is nice. I like when I have multiple options and I don't just have to go with higgledy-piggledy random assortment of stuff. I actually get to choose. So with that being said, when I do the alphabet build series, sometimes I get like this vibe for what I feel like the family that would be living in this house is. It happens sometimes. And I definitely had that with this house. So this house is kind of a little bit strange. It kind of feels like maybe this family are in the middle of renovating an older house. The wallpaper on the outside is super shabby, super run down planks that came with the Werewolves game pack. So it kind of feels shabby in that way, but the inside has definitely been done up, definitely been renovated. We've got some modern tile in the kitchen and the bathrooms. We've got some modern wallpaper, some planks of wood, and some really nice wallpaper as well. So it kind of just felt like they were in the middle of renovations. They're trying to make this house maybe a little bit more modern, and I reflected that with the windows and door options that we had from Eco Lifestyle with the windows, and they were amazing. It was nice to have the set of the really big windows and then the short but long windows that I used in the kitchen as well. So I felt like we would have a parent's bedroom and a teen and child in this house as well. So for the teen and child's room, which we are in now, this pink was very much the theme for this room. The rest of the house is very dark, but I kind of wanted to give the teen and the child kind of their own vibe because, you know, they're their own people. Yes, they're living in a house with their parents, but they're their own people developing their own tastes. So pink was the accent for that. And I knew that it was going to be a teen and a child living in this room together because we had the bunk bed that had the single bunk on top and then the double bed underneath. That was the only way that I could feel like I could make this be a really cute bedroom for both of them, was to do that. And I didn't really have many options for single beds as well. So when I had the single bed option for a top bunk, that's when I knew it was going to be a child. But you'll be seeing I'm a little bit all over the place. I was a little bit overwhelmed after doing the bedrooms. I started with them because I knew that it was going to be probably the easiest for me to do them. The kitchen overwhelmed me, but in the end, I absolutely love how it turned out with the decorating. I wasn't sure about the table because I knew that I wanted it to be a combination kitchen and dining room, but the table was a lot. So when I made it a smaller table, there was just so many chairs was my issue. But in the end, it's fine. It's a functional space. I think it looks really cute. We're now in the lounge room, and this is sort of when I decided that I needed to knock down this wall and make it one great big living room because I just needed more space. And at this point, I knew we weren't going to have enough furniture to make a fully furnished entryway. So I knocked down that wall, made the lounge room much bigger, which then I was able to make the couch that I've got because we've got the modular pieces pieces from Dream Home Decorator, I was able to make that a really big couch, which is super nice. And then it just gave the lounge room more space. It made it feel like it wasn't quite as crowded. It's still a little bit crowded because this house is actually kind of small. We're on a big lot, but the house itself is kind of small, but it doesn't feel as crowded as it did before. So this was super easy to put together, this speed build. Honestly, it didn't take very long to put everything in place. It took even less time to go back through and find all the decor and put the decor in and landscape and all that, which you will be seeing the fully landscaped version in just a moment. Just putting the last final few little pieces in. I did know that I wanted to have a little patio off the parents' bedroom and off the lounge room, this great big long patio, because we had these beautiful bifold doors that I had to use in this freaking build because they're beautiful. And oh my god, there's the speed build. I always cut myself off mid-thought with these speed builds, so I'm gonna finish that thought. The beautiful bifold doors that just open up into this beautiful space. I just needed to have a patio there. So that is the speed build all done though. So with that being said, you've seen the bare bones of this build, the absolute basics. Let's jump into The Sims 4 once again so we can see the completed, fully decorated and landscaped letter T house. So this is the letter T from top down. So again, we're kind of getting some interesting vibes. They're definitely in the middle of renovations, like I said, for this one. We've got thatched roofing. That's the only option we had that started with the letter T. So I had to go with a thatched roof, which again, mixed with the werewolves outside wallpaper, which you'll be seeing in just a moment, definitely gives more of that like rustic vibe. Like it's an older house that's gonna be remodeled kind of vibe. And you'll also be seeing we don't have a whole lot of landscaping here as well, because there really wasn't a lot that started with the letter T, but I did put this tree house set up in the corner here. I was really happy that that started with the letter T and I was able to use that because we would have had like pretty much nothing if I didn't have that. This is the letter T house from the front though, and you're kind of seeing we're getting more of this like oasis, green oasis kind of vibe. The parents that own this house, they definitely like their greenery. There's a lot of it around. This archway at the front door, I needed something at the front door and I wasn't sure what I was going to do there because there really wasn't a lot decor wise that I felt I could use there. So when this archway came up as starting with the letter T, I just had this light bulb moment of what if we make this a super grand front door. I have play tested this house. Your Sims will walk underneath that arch and through the front door, so that is totally fine. It looks really cute. It also kind of gives this little private vibe as well. Really nice. So you'll be seeing we do have the patio off to the side there. I'm not going to go into full detail now, but you'll just be seeing there's like a lot of greenery. That's all I wanted to say for the time being. With that being said, let's go inside and take a look. So this is what you see when you walk through the front door. This is the lounge room. And like I said, it does still feel the tiniest little bit crowded because there's not a lot of space, but it's still really cute in my opinion. So we do have a big grand piano right next to the door. I knew I wanted this somewhere, didn't know where else to put it. Right next to the front door it is. And we've got just like this little buffet table where you'd put your keys and a mirror to check yourself on your way out of the house. We do have this lounge space and we've got my absolute favorite bookcases in the game. So happy to finally be able to use them in an alphabet build challenge. A little bit of clutter. The beautiful bifold doors out to the patio. We'll get out to the patio in just a moment though. Just as we move through the living room, we then go into the kitchen. And honestly, you guys, I haven't even mentioned it yet. Have I mentioned it yet? Did I just mention in the speed build? I recorded it like 3 minutes ago and I can't remember whether I said that the kitchen is my favorite room of this entire freaking house. It is. I love it. So you'll be seeing pretty nice vibes already as we come through, but there is just like, oh my god, there's so much greenery in here. We've got like a mixture of vibes. So we've got some classic vibes with the counters and the stove. They're classic vibes, but then we've got some more modern vibes with the fridge and some of the decor as well. Super nice. But this windowsill, can I just talk about this window for a second? Let's just have a look, because you'll be seeing that I've got stuff slotted onto this window, which I did have to alt place. But once you get the items to the right height, there's actual slots on this windowsill. Let me come up and show you what I mean, because this actual windowsill is wide. It kind of sticks out from the wall, and there's slots to put all these things. So you'll be seeing, I just went to point at my screen. The cacti, where the cacti are right here. they're actually in a slot on this windowsill. Once I alt placed them to the right height, they just slot there perfectly. It was amazing. And then I've got some limes, some lemons, and some oranges there as well. Super nice. And then if we take a swing around, we do have this little buffet table with some more china cabinets, and then we've got the dining space. And these windows again, freaking amazing. I will show you how I did that. Maybe at the end of the video, I'll go and do a quick little demonstration for you. But now we've got the doors on either side of the buffet table there. I think we might have a look at the kids' bedroom first. So let's go and take a look inside the pink room. And we do have some pretty nice pink vibes for our child and our teen sim that would be living in here. I can't remember what the name of the animal that we've got here is, but it's pretty cute. Hi, hey, hello. Oh, it's a little hedgehog. That's right. I think it's Thimble. Thimble was its name. It's a hedgehog. Amazing. Love that. It works. It's a functional room and it's got some pink vibes for them. Let's go and take a quick look in the bathroom. There's not a whole lot going on in the bathroom. It's pretty basic really because it's pretty small, but we do have a shower immediately to the right when you walk in this little spot. We've got a sink and a toilet and we've got a bath. Like I said, not a lot going on in here, but it is a functional bathroom and that is what matters at the end of the day. So with that being said, let's go and take a look at the parents' bedroom now. I originally wasn't too sure about this room. It felt like it was going to be too big and like it wasn't going to have enough in it, but then when I found some decor stuff to finish this off, I feel like it tied it all together. So let's come in and this is what you see when you walk in the door. We've got the tiger's wallpaper in here, which I actually really like this tiger wallpaper in the black swatch. It's really nice, but take a swing around and this just feels really polished, but also really modern in a way as well, really nice. So we've got the wainscoting that came with the Decor to the Max kit as well. And I just put the wainscoting over the tigers just to add a little bit more dimension. It was feeling kind of flat. The wainscoting just adds a really nice amount of dimension. We've got this beautiful little sofa under the window, a little desk as well, and then the dressers over here. Now, I know that on either side of the dresser, this is like a towel rack that you would have in your bathroom, but there was absolutely nowhere in the bathrooms to put this freaking towel rack. And it's my favorite towel rack of The Sims 4. And I was like, it starts with the letter T. I have to use this in this build. So I built it into the dresser and made it like a funky little dresser. Even though it's towels, it's totally fine. And then into the ensuite bathroom, which again is pretty similar to the other bathroom. We've just got a bath in here. We've got some slatted windows and we have the shower. It's just a bathroom. It does the job. But we might go out to the patio from here, from the parents' bedroom, because you can kind of see all the way down through the patio. We've got this great big eco lifestyle pergola awning thing. And I just lined the whole thing with this awning just because it adds to this kind of more modern vibe. And you'll see what I mean with the wallpaper now. I don't even think I've mentioned it. This wallpaper that came with werewolves, it's very shabby. They just haven't done that part yet. They've been working on a whole lot of other things. They haven't done the wallpaper or the roofing yet. It's still all the classic stuff. So we do have a barbecue immediately to the left here for some outdoor cooking. We do have this seating space in front of a little fireplace as well for some hopefully nice ambience at night would be super nice. And then we do have this little like potting table over here in a plant corner, a massive plant corner. I'm going to show you how I got these plants on the window. You'll see that I've moved this plant down. If you go and try to just put it there, it won't go there. You'll see it's just not going there. So you do have to do a little bit of alt placing to do that. Now, Lil Simsy taught me this trick, and I was just doing this trick, and it was this trick that led me to discover that there's actually slots on this windowsill. You've just got to get it to the right height. So thanks, Kayla, for forever knowing all of the good stuff. If you happen to have, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. You just need a shelf, pretty much. So I'm going to get this shelf that is a base game shelf. As long as you've got a shelf that like a plant can slot to, so I might even do it with this plant because this plant doesn't slot to this shelf. So I've just ruined that for me. Anyway, so also you're going to need move objects on for this to work. bb.moveobjects is now on. So now that I've got this plant on here that slots to this shelf, if we hold the Alt button and click on the shelf, you're then able to freely put the shelf wherever you like. What we're going to do then is we're going to raise the shelf up so that the top of the shelf is level middle with the windowsill there. So I'm going to put the shelf here just because I want this plant to be over here. So now that we have got this plant at the right height, if I click on the plant and I hold the Alt key, you'll see that we can use the Alt key to place it whenever. But then if I let go of the Alt key and move it, you'll see that there's actually a slot right there. It just moved to a slot. So there are slots on this windowsill. That is amazing. But I am going to hold the Alt key because I want that one in a specific spot. So that is how you can do that if you have the base game. For this plant that I have moved, I'm going to show you a different way. If you happen to have a Dream Home Decorator or even high school years, you got these like little square cubbies here. And this is for things that won't stack to the shelf. They will generally stack to this freaking little cubby thing to the top of it. So you line the top of it up to the top of the shelf. And again, now that I've got it at the right height, there's slots on this windowsill and it's amazing. So that is how I furnished this windowsill. So if you would like to download the letter T house off the gallery and have it be part of your game, I could maybe understand with this one. Maybe you could finish the renovations that they'd started for this one. You will find it on the gallery. My gallery ID is sezrawrr, the exact same way it's spelled here, and you will find it under letter T house. It is 92,000 simoleons, so not too bad price-wise. That's the cheapest one we've had in a little while. And I do have to mention it does use a lot of packs because I'm filtering through every single option in the game to be able to furnish these houses. But guys, that's all I've got for this video of building a house in the shape of the letter T in The Sims 4. The letter U is next, and I'm scared. I'm gonna have to use curved walls in that one, and curved walls, they're not my best friend. I actually really struggle using curved walls, so if you want to see the letter U come to life, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload so that you don't miss out on when the letter U video comes out. And if you did like this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Leave me the taco emoji. At this point, I'm just thinking of like any emoji I can think of that starts with the letter that I need, so leave me the taco emoji in the comments down below to let me know that you got this far in the video, that you enjoyed the letter T build, and you're excited and interested to see the letter U build come to life. But guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!